my favorite player, Desmond Bane, has been traded from the Memphis Grizzlies, which is my favorite team, to the Orlando Magic. And as you guys know, I'm a super collector of Bane, have probably the biggest collection of his cards on Earth. And today I'm going to show you guys that collection and give my thoughts and reactions to the trade. Real quick, this does count, this video, for the select hobby box giveaway. It's YouTube only, so if you want to help support the channel, all we do here, and see more videos like this, as well as getting the giveaway, just like, comment, subscribe, that's it. Information in the description. Best of luck. But here it is. Not a fun day, but one we had to do. Bane got traded. Something that I had a small inkling of an idea could happen. There were some rumblings, nothing too concrete, and out of nowhere it happened. It's not the worst day of my life. It is one of them. The worst day is when number 22, not Bane, but Rudy Gay got traded. My all-time favorite player. Bane's probably number 2 and rising. But Rudy Gay getting traded was probably the worst day of my life. And that feeling I never want to feel again, or wish on anybody. But definitely a bad day. So I'm going to give a quick backstory, which everyone always asks, how I became a Grizzlies fan. This will be the shortest part of the video. Then I'll start showing some cards and discussing, I guess, the questions I thought you guys might have. And my reactions, thoughts, everything about Bane getting traded, which, you know, it happened, unfortunately. So 2010, I became a Grizz fan. I wasn't into basketball. I was a baseball guy growing up, and I became a basketball fan around 2010. Someone at school had the Air Max, I think, Flyby PEs, I think it's called, something like that, of Rudy Gay. And I love those shoes. And so I always wore basketball shoes. A lot of people do growing up. But I didn't play basketball. And people used to ask, if you don't play basketball and you don't watch basketball, why do you wear basketball shoes? So I said, fair point. So I started playing basketball. I loved it and fell in love with basketball and started watching. That was the grit and grind era with, you know, Zebo, Gasol, Tony Allen, Grindfather, Conley, all those guys. And so love that team, became a fan of them, and that was my basketball team. 2020, we have Bane getting drafted. He became my favorite player at the time. And that's because, it was kind of like a draft gem in a way. Wasn't sure he'd became a star. I'm going to say he's our star, was our star. And he also reminds me the most of my own game, which is I love to shoot. And, you know, he's our shooter, 3-point sniper. So loved Bane, love his story. He's a big fan. So he was my second to Rudy Gay, and him being traded was the worst day of my life. I wish he would have been a Grizz for life Bane, but it didn't happen. So let's start showing some cards, and I'll give my, I guess, timeline of how this all happened and what my thoughts were with the Bane trade. We're going to start in the middle here. And, oh man, this is not fun. But wanted to discuss it. I was at Fanatics Fest, actually, and I think I got that question like 100 times. Everyone's like, hey, you know, what's going on? Met a lot of people, and it was very, very pleasant. And the question I got from everyone was, what are your thoughts on Bane? And it's time. So here we go. I'm going to show some cards here. We have a few stacks, some kind of just other stuff, some really cool stuff, and then some super grails and some new stuff. So let's just fly through it. Now, where was I? When this happened, I was actually away, and I was in Europe, and out of nowhere, Sham's tweet. Yeah. Man, that sunk. I mean, it was the worst thing ever. Seeing Desmond Bane's picture on Twitter and seeing, like, scrambling through the tweet to see what it said, it was crazy. Then I saw Orlando Magic, which I'll take. I'm going to say I'll take that. So just some other stuff flipping through this. I don't want this to be the longest video, so I'm going to try to just fly through all these, but who knows. I'm a Grizzlies fan, first and foremost, always. But my second team is either the Knicks or the Magic, and I'll lean Magic here. So here's some cool stuff from retail, numbered cards, various Banes. So I'm a big Paulo fan, as you guys know from our mail days, and this is actually a mail day because we have some new stuff. And I love Disney and Universal. I'm a big theme park guy. I go to Universal, Disney, stuff like that, at least several times a year. So I'm in Orlando more than anywhere, pretty much, except for home. Now, Knicks tickets cost like $400 for the nosebleeds. Magic tickets cost like $200 for the best seats in the house. So I go see a lot of Magic games, and love Paulo once again. So that's kind of been like my second team for a while because I'm always there, and I like him. Love Franz. And so it could have been worse. It could have been, no disrespect here, but the Wizards. Could have been like Phoenix. I don't know. I'm just talking about teams not in a great spot, maybe for Bane. There's Cracked Ice. I think they'll gift this to me, so thank you. It could have been the Raptors. Nothing against the Raptors, but that's where Rudy Gay got traded, and that's why I've always had a little grudge against the Raptors, because it made me so mad. There's nice 25. There's the stub ticket. I love this one, the stub contenders. These ones I was flipping through. These ones I'll go more in depth on each one. So we talked about it in the stream, and yeah, my thoughts were just kind of a whirlwind. Seeing your favorite player pop up, not fun. And so my initial reaction was kind of like, I don't know, how did I say this? I wasn't devastated like Rudy Gay. When I first saw that, I think I actually dropped to the floor. And my parents are, what's going on? They had no clue what was going on. And so I felt for a while the Grizzlies' trajectory from a few years ago, as you guys know, it's not been going up. Not saying we've bottomed out. There's a flawless, love that. Pulled that myself, I believe. And 101 from the National here. Ja. I love Ja. But Bane plays some of his best ball without Ja. How he played with Paolo, I don't know. Hopefully well. Ja hasn't developed the way I wish he would. Not saying he's a bum or anything like that, but, and I got this signed in person, met Bane at the NBA store, so I love this card. But I didn't love the fit. At least I don't feel like they play perfectly together. To that point, I also don't love the way Paolo and Franz sometimes play together, so we'll see, but hopefully they can figure it out. Got these gifted to me. Here's some flawless gold RPA from Select. Put these here. So I wasn't like devastated. I was definitely unhappy, shocked, just kind of staring into space. And I'll move these all to the side just when I want to flip through. Yeah, so these guys, I won't talk about these too much just because we have some big ones I want to spend some time on. But I just want to fly through them and make some space. Picked this up recently, 101. And so, yeah, the Rudy one was definitely more devastating. But I feel like the situation in Orlando is a little bit better for Bane, with the Grizzlies not looking great. Me personally, I feel like that Marcus Smart trade set us back a lot. A lot of those assets we could have maybe used were wasted. I think we had to dump a first to get rid of Smart. We gave up to get him too. It was not good. And let me move these off the side too. So quick flip through. There we go. But I'll say I like the fit a little better now. I think he's in a better spot. Am I still a Grizz fan? Yes, for life. But I'm also now a full-time Magic fan as well, because I was already someone who liked the Magic. I'm just going to flip through these because these ones I'm not going to tell a story about. I know I showed them so real fast. I'm moving them off the table just for space. There we go. So thank you guys, but it is time. So I'll say Grizz, Magic, Knicks are my teams. And I'm just kind of free talking here. Just want to react. This is the first time I really sat down to think and talk really in depth about it. I just got back too. So here's some from the National Sneaker 125. I love shoes. So that's a cool one. I'll be rooting for both. If they played each other, I'm still rooting for the Grizzlies, unfortunately. And there's 101 Flawless Diamond from 22. Now, the compensation. The biggest thing I saw was the Grizz fleeced the Magic. Here's Contra, PSA 10. Amazing card. So hard to pull. I don't agree with that. There's Bane 10 blue. I don't think the haul we got was some endgame haul. And I always feel like first round picks in NBA. I mean, think about the picks we're getting. So Magic get Bane. I think it's a win for them. They needed shooting. They got Bane. Perfect. Here's the 5 select FOTL. The Grizz got 2 first round picks. Late Magic first, probably in 28 and I think 30ish, somewhere around there. Sorry if I get the dates wrong, but it's 2 Magic first round picks in the later years. I don't think that's gonna be crazy picks. We got KCP, who isn't a bad player, but I'm not banking on him being, our star for the next decade. We got, I think, Cole Anthony, and then 2 firsts, and that's the main compensation. There's 101 Black Box Bane. I love this one. Jersey number 22. Ooh, that's my favorite number because of Rudy. And then Bane wore it. Even more reason why he's my favorite player for the Grizz over Ja and Jaren. And Jaren I love. You guys know that. So, 99 and TRPA. The 16, I think it is, for this year's draft. Nice, we'll take it. The Suns unprotected, whatever I was saying. To my knowledge, if I have this right, that's not some endgame pick. I believe the Wizards have the first right to pick swap, and then we get the other pick. Then we can swap. So it's not going to be, it can't be the first pick in the draft because then the Wizards would take it. If the Wizards are worse, it still wouldn't be the first pick in the draft. So it has potential. If I had to guess, it's going to be somewhere between 7, like 12, maybe to 14, somewhere around there. Maybe like 8 to 13, we'll say around there. And so there's some more. That's Mojo. I think this gets to me as well, so thank you. And then NT Horizontal. I don't think they got fleeced. I think it was a fair deal. Those picks, the odds that someone of Desmond Bane caliber comes from that is low. So that's why I think there. I think it was fair compensation. The NBA and I guess trade compensation is very weird right now. So, you know, we saw 5 first-round picks for some players. It's always going to be crazy. These first usually amount to nothing. So ultimately, if you can get a good player, give it up, because those picks, if you get one of those being a good player, you got lucky. So that's my thoughts. I think it was fair from both sides as a fan of both teams. Here's the first new pickup. That's the orange to 49. Let's go fly through these as I kind of just free flow. I know it's not the most organized video, but there's no universe where I have an organized response to this. I'm just kind of thinking about it. And because I was away with family in Europe when this happened, I wasn't thinking about it too much. I was kind of just like, I'll put it in the back burner when I get back after Fanatics Fest, because I think I got back, immediately went to the show. Now I have time to think about it, like right now. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't think it's the end of the world, and I like this new spot. It's very weird. It's like the worst day of my life, but I'm like, okay, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know, maybe the grass is a little bit greener. Maybe it is. I don't know. Bronze to 20 Prism. And I wrote down some notes here of questions I wanted to discuss. But yeah, so fan of both teams. I like the haul for both. I know everyone said fleece, 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 fleece. I don't think so. Grizz fan, I'm not blown away by the haul, saying, oh my goodness, we got him. I'm just like, okay, we lost the best player probably in that deal, and let's see if we can hit in the draft picks, which we've been able to do, so hopefully we can do it again. Bronze to 20, going for the rainbow course. I have a special one there. Here's another one, Tiger. It's a beautiful card. Here we are, SSP from Choice. And so, I mean, I'm not going to be a Magic fan like I was a Grizz fan, or am a Grizz fan, but I'll definitely be rooting for the Magic. I already have more Magic cards than I can possibly dream of. I have obviously, my Bane stuff is now, I guess Magic player. I have tons of Paulos. I have some nice Franzes. I already have Paulo jerseys. I need that Disney patch Bane DB3 logo, with the Disney patch logo. Gold. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to be a 1B Magic fan. So that's not going to be like, PC to any Magic player. I love, obviously, the Shaq, Penny duo, as I've always mentioned. And yeah, I'm going to root for them, but not over the Grizz. That's the thing. So I'll be rooting for the Magic, but not over the Grizz. To 10, I'll be rooting for Bane above all else, of course. I want him to be an all-star, hopefully. And now we get some really cool mega pickups. That's my main thoughts, I'll say. So there's really not much more I can discuss. Actually, today Kevin Durant just got traded. That's probably what everyone's thinking about right now. But I'm still in the Bane one. The KD thing just passed right by me because I'm still thinking about Bane. I'm probably the only one still thinking about Bane, other than Desmond Bane and Magic fans. But yeah, I think trajectory for Magic is very good. Very good trajectory. Looks like it could be amazing for them. So, I mean, the East is wide open, and they could maybe make the finals. Who knows? Am I crazy saying that? Maybe. So, yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? This is awesome. BGS 10 is impossible. Gold optic. Obviously, go for the rainbow there, too. You'll see why if you haven't seen my Bane collection yet. Now, as you guys have noticed, I haven't posted a lot of mail days recently. So, that's what this partially is. I've collected tons of cards over the past year and just haven't posted a mail day because I've been posting unboxing mainly. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I've been picking up and always buying Bane. So if you want more mail days, let me know. Here's another new one. Black gold. Look at that. To 5. PSA 10. Beautiful card. So shooting for that full rainbow. And I need a gold prism. You don't have a gold out there? If you have a gold, hit me up. I'll buy. So Bane, Paulo, I buy all the time. Jaren, those are like him, Cade, LaMelo too, are the guys I buy the most. Here we go, to 5. And this was gifted to me. Immaculate LOGOMAN 101. Insane. iMac game worn. Look at that. Crazy. Oh my goodness. Desmond Bane 101 LOGOMAN. This is a special card. That jersey is amazing. So, Bane, I would say I'm going to miss you, but we got traded. I'm going too, so we're going together. But I'm going to miss Grizz Bane. And I didn't know that last game I saw was the last time I was going to see him in a Grizz jersey. It really, really stinks. So I'm going to cherish these cards. There's LOGOMAN. And put that there, actually. Here's the rookie Spectra on-card LOGOMAN. I had many opportunities to buy this. I think it's been graded multiple times too. And I finally have it. The first time it was at auction, I think it was getting shilled. And so I actually refused to bid on it. And I was, like some cards here, comfortable letting it walk away and calling the bluff. And I think that's a fake bid. Sure enough, it was fake and it went back up for auction like a week later, and I want it then for much less. So one important thing actually I'll say is when you see auctions, always be careful and check the kind of bids. When you see a lot of privates or 1-0 feedback bidders, always cause for pause. In this situation, I thought there was some funny business. So I actually let this walk. And sure enough, it came back for like way cheaper because there was some funny business. And so call the bluff. There we go. And that's a massive new pickup. So that's a Nebula 101 rookie LOGOMAN. The Bane collection. I need the iMac one. If you see the iMac, let me know. And here's the ones I consider the biggest in my collection that aren't the ones I just showed. And I'm trying to think, was there anything else I need to discuss here? I think I said most of it. My thoughts are just kind of, shock. Not absolute devastated. Definitely unhappy. Very unhappy about it. I wanted Bane to stay Grizz for life, but not devastated. Snake Scene 101, one of my older ones. I just feel like it's a better situation. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Good for him? Bad for him? Maybe I'm biased. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I know I'm biased. But I like it. I like it a lot. One of my first, I think 101s, if not my first 101 of Bane, the Choice Donruss Rated Rookie Auto. Oh man, yeah. That's everything I wrote down. So, in terms of like points to mention, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Here's Cracked Ice. Was it a good deal for one team over the other? Is Bane going to be an all-star? I love it. Are the Magic contenders? I think he had a chance to be an all-star. I think the Magic are contenders. I think I like the squad a lot, and I think it's a better spot for Bane. 101. Man, special card. 101. Black box. That's awesome card. NTRPA. That's a true one too. Like the true NT is just like that to 99. Kind of weird. The parallels don't get the same amount of love unless it's gold. I don't know. Here's gold. To 10. Desmond Bane again. Just gonna fly through these and close off the vid. Show my biggest Bane cards. Yeah, this is sad. Not a good day, guys. Not a good day. Not a good day. Remember when they released this card? It was like Christmas to me. And I got the first copy I saw. I didn't care how much it was. I bought it. That's Redemption. Came in. That was supposed to be the 3. It was supposed to be them. NTRPA. Nike Swish to 3. FOTL. Gold. True NTRPA. It's supposed to be Grizz for life. It was supposed to be for life. Gold Ready Rookie Autograph. Man. Yeah, so probably have like 100K in Bane cards here. And that's going to be rising. I'm still buying Bane, so I love to see a Dynasty Bane LOGOMAN when Topps gets the license. They have him as a signer, so we'll see. Lava PSA 10. I love this card. That's just so nice. So hard to get these. Flawless. Panini. They didn't give him an RPA as a rookie. There's no game-worn rookie that isn't Bane RPAs. And Panini left him off the list. This is like the only one he has. He has some like regular autographs, but this is like the base, I guess, a true 101 Flawless Diamond rookie. And Panini. Come on, man. Nebula. I love the Nebulas. Ooh. I'm a sucker. Pop some Galaxy on there, like Panini always does, and I'm in. So, 101. There you go. And here's the last ones. 101. Championship ticket contenders. The true. Gold. NTRPA. To 10. True Gem. These are tough to grade. True Gem is wild. Oh, Bane. If he's an all-star, I'll be very happy. Because I want him to be all-star, but the West, it's tough. Maybe in the East? Maybe. This is... I mean, look at that. Gold vinyl, rated rookie autograph. I met Bane once again at the NBA store. And I got him to hold this card and told him about it. And he asked me how much it was. And he's like, what? That much? I was like, yeah. And since then, we've spent a lot more on Bane. So, and we're going to keep doing it. This is a cool card. And he held it when he signed it. But then he held it again out of a picture of him with me holding the card. So, pretty cool. And that was so special. Yeah, that was awesome. I walked into that meet and greet, by the way. It was NBA store, it was free. Only because I was at the Knicks game. And then I saw on Instagram he was at the NBA store. So I biked over and I met him. Second to last. Black Prism 101. Like the Nebula, I let this walk multiple times. Yeah. And now I got it. PSA 10 now. Grading cards is very important, but there's a lot of issues with card grading. I remember when this card was not a PSA 10. It was a BGS something, but not a 10. It wasn't even 9, I don't think. That's a grading card for you. So that's the Black 101 Prism. And the LOGOMAN. The Crown Jewel. The only one I'm missing. Actually, two I'm missing here. The iMac LOGOMAN. I need that one. And the Gold True Prism. I made the green rated rookie auto to 5. Those are like the last 3 I need. And I think I'm done. I think I have most of the others. So 101 NT. This got pulled not too long ago and I bought it. So like this was like 30K. I think this was like almost 20. Had to go down since probably, but I don't care. Had to lock them up. To get those Grail cards, you got to pony up a lot. So yeah, I spent a lot on these. These two by themselves are like 50K. So hey, still, always, forever, for the rest of eternity, I'll be a Bane fan. I'll be a Grizz fan. I don't know about the rest of eternity a Magic fan, but I'm definitely going to be a Magic fan as long as Bane's there and Paolo's there. And I've always liked the Magic a lot. So, Magic fans, how are we doing? And hopefully there's room for one more because, or 2 more. We are arriving together. So there we go. That's the PC. The new ones I picked up you saw a second ago. The biggest ones in my collection. Here's the biggest new one I picked up. Got the LOGOMANs. Let's get the LOGOMANs. Here. 1, 2, 3. Is there one more? No. I think I have just these 3, right? Ooh. The logos. So the iMac rookie LOGOMAN is the one I'm missing. This is not the rookie one, but that's definitely, I'll take that all day. So that's it. That's it. Definitely different video. I have no clue how organized this was. I know it wasn't, but hopefully it was easy enough to follow. Showing the PC, chatting. Once again, I had to wait pretty much like a week to really talk about this because obviously away on vacation, I'm not going to spend all day thinking about it. Definitely sat there like staring at the wall for a bit, but then I got back straight to Fanatics Fest and, we're, live stream all the time, working there. And this is the first time I really sat down and thought about it. I'm optimistic, but it stings. So there's some good, there's some bad. Hopefully, a lot of good to come. Hopefully, champion, all-star, all that stuff. Things I don't think would have happened with the Grizzlies. One point I thought it would. Now I'm not so sure if it would have happened. So greener pastures, I hope. And it does it. Desmond Bane. Hopefully one of his top fans. I'd say I'm his #1 fan. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm at least maybe top 10, top 3, top 5. I don't know. But we're signing off. Grizz, Magic. We're rooting for both. If there's a Grizz Magic Finals, I'm going to all 7 games. Let's go Game 7, and Bane hits a 3-pointer to win it all. And right off into the sunset, I don't know what happens, but that's what I'm hoping. Now it's possible. Both teams can end up in the finals. I want it to happen, and yeah, that's my thoughts. So Bane, hope you have a great year. Stat line I'm predicting. Last thing, I'm going to go with, I want to say 20, but I feel like it'll be like 19.5. Let's go like 4 or 5 rebounds and give me 6 assists. So I think I'll have a good year and book it. Magic Finals. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you later.